Okay students, let us study now another module. Under that module number 1 we have a subtopic, that is software processes. In this we will study software process models and software activities. Very important concepts are there here, so learn properly this chapter. Okay. So here we will be going to study waterfall model, incremental model, spiral model and process activities. Okay, majorly 3 models are going to get covered in this. Very important thing, concentrate properly. The software processes it is a structured way of developing the program required to develop the software systems. And here we will be going to have the processes involved in this software is: first is a specification, second is design and implementation, third is validation, and there is evaluation. Okay, evaluation. There are 4 points. First is the specification. Here it is defined with the software what it should do. Okay, what is the specification, SRS, that what we will be going to get. Based on that, the design and implementation is going to take place. Once the design is being done, implementation is done, then we will be going to validate that particular product or the system. So once that system is going to be validated, then any changes that it is going to be required, then those things are going to be considered for the next stage, that is changing the system in response to the changing the customer needs. Any changes that is required, we can able to update that particular system. Then software model is an abstract representation of the process. It is nothing but whatever we will be going to do it, that is an abstract process it is going to be. Okay, so it represents the description of the process, how it is going to be done. So all these things, whatever we will be going to say, it will be in the form of data. So once data is going to get finalizes, then the execution part starts. Requirements, design, implementation, validation and maintenance, evaluation. Okay. Software process descriptions, it is nothing but your SRS. So what are the activities, how it is going to start, what are data models are going to be there in that, those things are going to be discussed, and how we want to have the designing interfaces. Okay, what is the order, all these things are going to be get discussed properly, and finally it is going to be written statement that it is going to be taken. Then process descriptions also, they want to include the product specification, outcomes, okay, then roles and responsibilities of the people involved in the process, pre and post conditions of the functionalities, okay, statements you can say, functionalities which is going to act on that particular product. There is a plan driven and agile processes are there. Always you should have a plan for any product development. Yes, always whenever we do projects, so we need the plan, in which how many days that it is going to take, what will be the cost of that, and what are the functionality that is included, what is the requirements of that. One second. Okay. Then when it is a plan-driven process, so you should plan for all the things, then it should get executed. Okay. Then agile process is nothing but some incremental things are going to be there, small changes are going to be there. Those things are going to get reflected by the customers. That time it should be getting incorporated in the program. Then you have to practice more for the plan-driven and agile approaches, because anytime that approaches may come, then that should be get included in your project. We cannot say that there is a right process or wrong process, but ultimately we have to satisfy the customer. That is our motto. So even at the last moment, if the customer comes and asks for this modification, that we have to do it. That case, agile methodology is going to be the good approach for the execution. There, plan driven is not going to work. Okay. We'll see this models, okay. Software process models. Waterfall model is there, incremental model is there, spiral model is there. Where these things are going to work. See that here. First thing, waterfall model works for plan driven model. It is going to be. Okay. Then incremental model works for the plan driven model as well as agile model. Anything that it is going to be get accepted here. Spiral model works for plan driven as well as agile. Only waterfall model works for plan driven model. Okay. This is a waterfall model. It is going to have 5 phases: requirements definition, system and software design, implementation and unit testing, integration and system testing, operation and maintenance. Now, why the name it has come as a waterfall model? Because you see that the diagrams here, the waterfall it is going to be, okay. After the first stage, second stage is going to be down, third stage down, fourth is down, fifth is down. So it is like a waterfall. It is going to be from the top, it is going to flow to the end. Okay. It means from the requirements to the maintenance. These stages are going to be called as waterfall model. But again, when the maintenance comes, it goes to the back. Okay, till the first also sometimes it goes, sometimes it goes. So such things are going to be useful only for the big projects. They will want to use this waterfall models. In the case of this requirements definition, all the requirements are going to be get gathered and it should be taken, analyzed in the second stage. Okay, system and design, it is going to takes place, or then whatever the requirements are going to be there, that is going to be taken in the form of system design, and interfaces are also going to be designed over there. Finally, the implementation of that is going to be done. After doing that particular implementation, unit testing is going to be done. Here, testing is also one of the part of the developer state. Okay, developer, when he is going to develop the product, that time only he is going to test it. Unit testing is going to be done. Then integration and system testing is going to be done. Testers are going to test this integration and system testings. Okay, so finally the operation and maintenance is going to be taken care. So whether this complete software is going to work properly or not, the operations of that, whatever it is being given in the SRS, works or not, that it is going to be considered. And if any maintenance is going to be there, any changes that needs the softwares, so again it goes back to the previous states. Okay. It depends upon the operations, where that necessary, there only it goes and it falls again. When it falls, so again if unit testing is the failure one, then again unit testing is being done, integration and system testing, both it is going to be done for that. Then finally the operations of those things are going to be done. So when you want to do all these operations, all these stages, then it is called as waterfall model processing. Okay, the same thing it is going to be the phases. So it's been explained over here. Okay, fine. One thing it is here, what are the problems for this waterfall model? It is inflexible. Okay, partitioning of the project into distinct stages, it is very difficult. It is going to be only one time they have to give the plan. Okay, according to that requirements, the plan is getting executed. We cannot able to break that plan. If you are going to break that particular plan or the requirements, the failures are going to be more in this. Time taken to execute those things are going to be more in this. So these things are always well versed with the things, and it is long projects it is going to be.